Hey, let's take a look at what I got at the Player's Choice. This is the Player's Choice. Sorry, there's only, it seems like a singular point of light for this. We have a thunderstorm going on pretty much outside today. And even though there's a window there, two windows there, okay, two windows there, window there, a light source behind me, you're not getting much light today because of all this. So I do want to get these out before I completely forget and incorporate these into my collection and start reading. All right, so I did go to Player's Choice to get my comics, and I went to a few other places. Player's Choice, I got 4 dozen comics that are the dollar bin comics. All of them are in bags. They are 12 for $10. At the very bottom, I got some new stuff. So stay tuned if you only like new stuff, and I'll get to you eventually. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this because this is a huge pile. It's huge. It's just huge. All right, so we got. I'm gonna aim it down a little bit. Trying to get it at an angle where I can actually get it, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this spacing in here because it's obviously gonna have to be an indoor thing with me. The outdoors are just not being friendly this year. We got the new Defenders, the new Defender. It's hard to say new Defenders without saying nude Defenders because the new and the D run over together with each other, especially if you have an accent like mine where, I don't know, I remember I used to have a hard time saying burnt umbra. It's burnt umbra. It was a color we used in art class, and I kept saying burnt umbra, and everybody was like, "You what was that again?" I was like, burnt umbra. I'm like, no, it's burnt umbra. I'm like, I can't say that for some reason. I know I can now, but I mean, I'm just saying. All right, so the new Defenders number 144. I remember having some of those. This is a really interesting painted cover. I don't remember having this particular one when I was a kid. Okay, so I definitely had some Firestorms when I was a kid. Oh, Superman 3 sweepstakes. We have Superman number 16, or not Superman, Firestorm, the Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. And I also have number 29. I'm so close to getting all of the comic books from Firestorm. I think it's like 100 of them. All right, we got this. I have always been curious about Rogue Sun. It looks really cool. This is actually number 1. So I was like, whoa, number 1. Wow. It's a key issue, obviously. And I don't know. I'm just curious about it. And again, it was like, what, 88 cents? So sure. Hammerlock. It was one of those ones I was like, all right, I need a few more to make a dozen. Just throw it in. Because I got Hammerlock number 1. I've yet to read. It looks okay. I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm intrigued. I'm not sure I'm that intrigued. We'll see. And also, a few Supermans to put in. Make sure I got up to number 12, you know, because I don't know. Like I said in one of my previous videos, which I'll probably throw out of order now, that I feel like if I'm not maximizing, I'm losing. So if I just get 10 comics for $10, no, I got to throw in some more to get those extra 2 for free. It's a ploy that works on me. You could say 33 cents each or 3 for $1, and go, oh my gosh, 3 for $1. You know, I'm gonna have to get 3. So yeah, that's just my brain, the way it works. We also got Superman number 52. This is from the renumbering. Obviously, this is not a Golden Age comic. And we got Superman in Action Comics. I hate how they do the backwards thing because it's like I keep going, where's this? I don't have the Superman comic. No, it's Action Comics. They did that for a while. All right, another Superman in Action Comics. It's almost like you'll see a lot of pairs here, like one then another. It's like 2 of the same title, like 2 of the same title, not 2 of the same title, but there's a lot of pairs in this one for some reason. I don't know why it ended up like this. And then I contradict myself with this one, Spider-Man 2099. Downtown is Deadly. I'm interested in reading the Spider-Man 2099. I hear a lot of good things about it, and only about it. I don't know. I thought the other 2099 stuff was supposed to be good. All right. Speaking of parodies, we got Alpha Flight. I'm surprised. I know I had these back in the day, so I'm surprised I didn't have them now because I remember this issue. And to go with it, number 30. I swear I had this issue. I don't know what happened to it. I had a lot of Alpha Flights, at least the first 40, 50 of them back in the day. But in my CLZ app, it says I don't have these 2. So I'm a completist. I guess I'm a completist now. Let me get these out of the way. And I know you're thinking also, why aren't these in alphabetical order? I thought, nah, no. I actually did it in order of those who have barcodes. So there might be, like, say, an Alpha Flight over here. Team Yankee. I have never heard of this, but I've for some reason been in a G.I. Joe mood lately, so it kind of goes with that vibe. Yeah, why not? Let me see if I can angle it down again. I guess it got a little high. Danger Unlimited. Well, that looks like a parody of some comic book. Let me think. Which one is it? Oh, yeah, Fantastic Four number 1. So Don't know anything about it, but it's Danger Unlimited #4, and then Torch of Liberty, which I don't know. It looks kind of like Hyperion mixed with Captain America. I don't know anything about that, but it looked interesting enough for me to buy it. And it's got the guy, the Mole Man, the Fantastic Four, and some of the civilians, kind of, sort of, in a way. DNA Agents. Every time those come up on Rob's, Cheap Comic Collector, his videos, people go crazy for them. They start, they claim. I'm like, is it really good? I don't know. I'm just curious. I got another DNA Agents. That one's number 10. This one's number 2. It's hard to see the numbering for these. I'll check it out. We got Knights of Pendragon. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm intrigued because number 1, it's Knights of Pendragon. Number 2, though, it's a UK comic, and we know that everything that comes out of the UK stinks. Just kidding. I wanted to see if I got Greyman upset about that. I like to poke at him all the time, like going, I don't need to learn English. I ain't never going to England. He's like, typical America, and he keeps making fun of me, and I'm like going, yeah, but I'm perfect, though. I'm just kidding. All right, we got, that's that guy from World War II, isn't it? The guy who attacked, yeah, Baron Blood. I was like, I remember him attacking Captain America in one of the flashback episodes or whatever. I think it was in Invaders I think it was Baron Blood was attacking him. I may be wrong. Let me know. The Mighty Magnor. I first saw this, like, my gosh, it looks like Gru. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the Gru artist. How did I never know about this? Because look at that, is definitely Gru's art, the art from Gru. I was like, oh, I've got to find out what this is about. Yeah, this looks interesting because I love Gru. So I only found numbers 4 and 5. And you're like, why did you only buy 4 and 5? Because I only found those 2. And there was a few comics I'm like, well, I'd buy them all. But there was like one, they had like numbers 3 and 4 from a 4-issue series. I was interested in, but I was like, I'm never going to find numbers 1 and 2. I put them back. They were just fillers anyway. I got quite a few Firebrands, though. I'm having a hard time remembering if I read Firebrand or somebody that's in that same genre. During the 0 hour, it seems like they just threw out a bunch of new superheroes. Kind of like what they did. They do this every now and then. They'll just throw a bunch of stuff against the wall and see what sticks. Firebrand was one of those things. They throw it out there. It didn't stick. But I'm one of those people, I like the underdogs. What can I say? We got Children of the Darned. They don't like children. Well, I guess they go to a prep school. But they like military people. Or office people. And then we got Firebrand. What is all these pointy things all over him? I know I had this at one time. And it's not in my CLZ app. So I don't know if it's in a box still. I haven't found. Because I usually put stuff in boxes when I'm putting stuff away that I've already read. But I don't remember ever reading this. So I wanted to read all of the Girl Frenzy comics. I have a hard time. Is it Girl Frenzy? Is it JLA? Is it Tomorrow Woman? I had to look up a lot of things to try to find out if I had it or not, and I don't. All right, we got Dark Guard. I thought I had some of these. They look pretty interesting, but once again, we're talking about UK crap. I don't know. I just remember when I was a kid, I always steered away from this one certain comic label. It was a DC Vertigo. I don't know. It just looked cringy. Every time I saw it, I was like, I mean, they got names of people I recognize, but I'm like, yeah, it looks cringy. And then I found out later it was a UK thing, or I was like, oh, that's why. I don't know. It's just too gothic-y, dark and stuff. And I'm not into that. I know you may be thinking, but you wear black all the time. Yes, but I'm more like the Johnny Cash Man in Black kind of thing. All right, and we got Dark Guard number 3, Dark Guard number 2. We got that dude on the front cover that everybody seems to like. And we got another big old stack. So I'm going to put it over here to get it out of the way. You might be thinking, I didn't get to see Dark Guard. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that one light glare. Next, we got Generation X. I had this one before. I probably gave it away because I hate the cover. I really do. It just looks like some kind of... And it came out in 97, so it's maybe funny, but at the same time, even in 97, I hated this cover. I thought it looks so hipster, and I hate hipster stuff. I was uncool, and I was glad to do it. Blood. All right, so I was glad to be that way. All right, Return of the Hawkman 2 of 3. I swear I've read these, and I probably have, and I was in this phase for a while there. I was like, I'm going to read and give away. I don't want to become tied down to material things. Gosh, I'm so glad I'm still doing that. All right, I do want to read all the Flashpoints, and I was like, every time I turn around, there's another Flashpoint series I've never heard of. Citizen Cold, I got 1 and 2. You'd think I'll ever find number 3? Probably not. But I found numbers 1 and 2. Now, CCC will have it probably. I'll have all 3 of them for sale someday. This one, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never even heard of what the Canterbury Cricket is. Only thing I can think of is Ambush Bug. I don't know what the Canterbury... What is it? It's the Canterbury Cricket. Oh, thank goodness it's a one-shot, because I'm like, I'll never find numbers 2 and 3. I'm going to put this to the side, because I really want to find out about it. Whew. Thankfully, it's a one-shot, because usually they're in 3s. And I actually looked for other ones of this one. See, number 1, our first issue of 3, and usually the flashpoints are 3 parts. I'm going to put it to the side, because I do want to find out more about that. Freedom Fighters. This is from a way modern one, because it's DC Universe logo. Plastic Nightmare. I don't know. I've always liked Freedom Fighters. I'm a little bit afraid of what the modern comics have done to them, because, but at the same time, maybe they're the exception, not the rule. I don't know who Venditti is, but it's a really interesting name. Oh, no, it's a bad name now I think about it. Not Venditti, the name I'm thinking of. Number 5, crossing the Delaware. Enemy lines. Because he's looking like he's got a road. Anyway, we got the Soviet Superman, looks like, sort of. Maybe the Nazi Superman with a little starfishy swastika thing going on there. I don't know. But yeah, they've always been one of those superhero teams that I can't tell which way. It depends on the writer. They keep on switching up if they're really patriotic or if they're jokingly patriotic. Yeah, don't know. I have to get them all and find out. All right, The Lost Gods. I think it's only, it's 12 issue. The Lost Gods. So Journey into Mystery. This was like a revision of the Journey into Mystery. Like, it died out, of course. It became Thor, I'm pretty sure. And then they started making it again, so it became more like Asgardian normally. It seems like the one that I had before is more Asgardian. This one, I don't know. I was just like, Journey into Mystery sounds interesting to me. This one, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the original Logan's Run stuff. I didn't know they made a Blue Water. Blue Water does stuff that, I don't know, they do a lot of properties that okay, so Logan's Run is not, you hear about Star Trek and Star Wars, but you rarely ever hear of Logan's Run. There was also another one they did, Battle Beyond the Stars, which is I love that movie. I went to see it in the theater with my dad when I was a kid. I just remember I just loved that movie so much, especially the Valkyrie. I was too young to understand why I liked the Valkyrie, but I loved her. I had the same feeling, this fuzzy feeling in my stomach that I had for Wonder Woman. But yeah, I definitely, Logan's Run Last Day, it's number 2. So will I ever find number 1? I seriously doubt it. I know I'm sitting here like feeling like negativity man here. No, I just know I'll never find the number 1s. It's a lot of this stuff. It's just so rare. It's not that it's like expensive. It's just, who's ever heard of it? If you've heard of Logan's Run from Blue Water Comics, let me know. And I'm going to stick that to the side. I just don't want to cast the shadow. Got a few Azraels. I had a whole lot of Azraels back in the day, but I figured I'd never read them because I liked Azrael to a certain point. And then when I was reading him and he took over for Batman for a while, and then he was popular. For some reason, they made him into a total jerk and made him into an evil, just absolutely horrible person whenever they were trying to get rid of him to put Bruce Wayne back into action. And I read that whole, it was like 12 issues. It crossed over between all the Bat Family comics. But yeah, and it made him look like such a jerk. And I was like, oh man, this really ruins my whole, I don't know what they're doing. Exiles. Again, to yesterday, this was the first place I went for comics. So I was like, oh, Exiles. And then I found more Exiles later and more Exiles. So I need to read it because, again, Mutant X, Exiles, and Generation X, they're all, for some reason, in my brain the same thing. So let me know which one's the best and which ones I should just avoid. For some reason, my brain's thinking Generation X, avoid. Mutant X is good. Exiles, I don't know. Because wasn't this a Valiant comic or something? Justice Society of America. I haven't read any of these because I read the JSA, which was the series before this. But I'm definitely collecting them, so when I finally finish up JSA, which I'm only like halfway through it basically. Beginning this issue, Godspawn. This is the Hawkman from the 90s. So when I saw the earrings, like the earring, the ponytail, or the long hair. Oh, this is that extreme Hawkman. Oh my gosh. Yes, again, they changed Hawkman. It's no longer anything to do with the other ones. It's more like a Native American guy. I read number one. I was like, whoa, they have really, okay, so the 90s, when Image came out, I guess DC's like, screw it. Let's just do whatever we want to do at this point. And they completely destroyed the DC universe, which I don't know. At the time, here's the thing. I know I hate it nowadays, and I hated it with the New 52. But for the 90s, I don't know. At that time, I was just ready for it, you know? I don't know why. Maybe it's either a certain developmental age that I was at, or the times, or, it made them different, I guess you can say, than just the status quo. I love anything with Damian in it. He's so funny. He's such an annoying person. I mean, in real life, I'd knock the crap out of him if I had the power to in real life. But when I see him agitating other people, it's funny. So Robin War Part 5, Robin the Son of Batman number 7. I think this only ran for about 13 issues or something like that. I had a trade paperback of like 1 through 6 or something. And anyway, Ravage. I know that they're probably going to, this is the worst 2099 series. I don't know. My personal, I would not want to read as Punisher. I'm not a big fan of Punisher. He's a vigilante. He's not a hero. Ravage is probably like that. He's probably anti-hero. I don't know anything. There's Punisher fighting up. The Beastman has met his final punishment. Hasta la vista, baby. He's kind of Robocop-ish to my brain. And then we got another one. This is toward the end. I feel like I've seen that artwork before. Here's another one toward the end. For some reason, Ravage 2099 is the easiest title to find, and that's either because it was really popular, or because people are like, man, out of the ones I want to get rid of, let's get rid of Ravage. You let me know, because I'm curious. And then we got Ravage 2099, number 20. Beastman, you're going to end up in my trophy case. I don't know why I'm reading the Arnold Schwarzenegger style. All right, now we're getting to the new stuff. For new stuff, we have the foil oversized issue 999 from 1939. It's foil, just like it was back in 1939. Detective Comics, starring this issue, the amazing and unique adventures of the Batman. Not Batman, the Batman. Oh, I don't see the purple gloves on him. So just like it was originally back in 1939, it was oversized and it was foil covered because, that was a gimmick that they used back in the 30s. We also have Metamorpho, the Element Man, and Brave and the Bold. So introduces Metamorpho. So I guess it's the first appearance, and they're probably doing this getting ready for the Superman comic or movie. Probably introducing all the characters like they did Guy Garner a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I haven't done Hawkman, have they? For some reason, out of the blue, they also do Brave and the Bold presents, not introduces. So I don't know if this is no, I don't think it's the first time. When they first, from what I've read from my big, massively huge book, the first appearance of the Teen Titans had no girl in it. I think that's what I kind of can remember, because remember when they did the Young Justice, they did the exact same thing. I was like, why are they? Oh, I think they were trying to reflect the original Teen Titans, because it was actually the same people almost, except it wasn't Aqualad. It was Superboy, Robin, and Impulse for the Young Justice. And then the girls came along. It was a He-Man Women's Hater Club. Anyway, so I don't think this is the first appearance, but hey, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to go look it up anyway later. I should have looked it up when I scanned. Did I scan these yet? You ever had that moment? Yeah, I scanned them. Because I'd had a hard time scanning this one because I couldn't find it. And so I had to slide it out and scan the back of it. Yeah, there's a little code right here on the back. Or right here. Let me flip it over. Yeah, right there. It's on the spine. All right, so yeah, I mean, I liked Teen Titans when I was a kid. The new Teen Titans, I got on board with it from issue number 1 till the marriage, and they started doing that weird thing with Tales of, and I'm like, where am I? I'm so confused with this Tales of and the Baxter paper ones. I'm like, I don't know what to do. That really threw me off in the 80s. And plus, I started driving. That could have been the major benefactor. It's like, hey, I'm driving now. Money for comics becomes money for gas. Yeah, that's how it ends up. And of course, I have a subscription, technically. That's how my box got started for Fantastic Four. And I got the foil facsimiles. In my box, they had this one and the regular. I was like, no, I just only want the foil ones. Because that's the way it should be. This is number 4 where he's trying to run off with a girlfriend, and she's like, "Ooh, he smells like tuna." Ugh. All right, so yeah, and they also had a bunch of flashes, and I was like, I've never asked for the flash. Maybe they put somebody else's in my box. Probably what it was. So there is the new comics I have. It's all that glaring right back at you. So what do you guys think? Which is your favorite, and why is it this one? I'm just sitting here looking and going, the Canterbury Cricket. That's just the weirdest thing when I saw it. And I was trying to find the other ones. There's no such thing as the other ones. I think that'll be my little shot to do for the thumbnail. What do you guys think? I definitely want to read these foil ones first, and probably this one too out of these, because the Canterbury, I don't know, there's the Canterbury Cricket. It's just so weird. I don't know. There's something about weird stuff sometimes that I just like. Sometimes weird stuff annoys me. Yeah, it's just me. It's not you, it's me. All right, y'all have a great day today, and read a book. Don't wait for the movie.